Are we on, friends? Are we on, friends? Pedro Benitez is observing this. He's going to help me edit my videos. Am I on, Pedro? Am I looking straight into the camera?
Yes, sir.
All right, now this is just how I sit naturally. Can you see my Benares Megalodon, Pedro? Pedro's, I've known him for about 6 years. He was a student of mine. He's now an engineering student. Former boxing champion. What league were you the boxing champion in?
I was not a champion.
You were not a champion?
I did compete.
What?
But I did compete.
I don't want to hang out with you if you're not. Go, leave. No. What you did?
No.
What was the league you fought in?
No, I was bantamweight and I boxed in South El Monte.
Oh, bantamweight and box. Okay. Anyways, forgive me. I just wanted you to know this video is being produced. Now, Pedro originally was going to be in the video with me. Said not interested. I don't want to do videos. I mean, you know that I have similar taste to watches like you. And you can just tell Pedro is looking at me. Look at that voice. He just knows how to turn it on. He's just obviously meant to be an actor. You can just hear the pitch. There's no way I can compete with him in this realm. I am a quiet engineer type. Don't suck me into your little video dramas, McMahon. I'm going to stand behind the camera. And I empathize with you. I understand. We're all different. We all got to find our own niche. And that's the way it goes. So anyways, can you see the watch? I just want the viewers to know this is how I sit naturally. I just naturally sit here so that my watch just is a natural byproduct of the way I sit. I'm not trying to let you see the watch.
I'm about 10 feet away and I could read the time. Yeah,
you can read the time. This is a very big watch, and what I want to talk about today is collection at a Crossroads. Where are you? You have a huge collection here. What's unbelievable is I have 7 watches that are in my rotation. This is just how I sit naturally. I'm not even going to talk about my Echozilla, which is a tier 2. My 7 watches that are in my rotation are all tier 3. And of course, the Crossroads is do you make the leap from tier 3 to tier 4? I guess you could. Tier 4, as Johnny Casual mentioned on a recent video, starts around 2K. I'm going to be honest with you, there are no $2,000 watches that interest me. Longines, Oris, Tag. I mean, I like them. I don't love them. I don't love them enough to go into sacrifice mode. Unfortunately, I do like the $4,000 Omega, which is actually 5 or 6K if you get the new Planet Ocean. The previous one, you might be able to find 4 or even slightly used for high 3s. Some of you are scaring the hell out of me on the Omega Planet Ocean, or Omegas in general. You're telling me that a service cost, a routine, $600. Pedro, would you spend $600 on a watch for service?
I would not.
And you're a man who's going to go into engineering, who's going to own a yacht. When you own your yacht, will you be wearing power jewelry like Omega or Rolex or something like that, and be willing to spend $600 and up on routine services?
I don't think so. I'm more frugal.
You're too frugal for that. So what's the most you would spend on a watch? $1,000?
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
Doesn't sound unreasonable. So you probably get like a just a real clean Citizen high end.
Yep.
A real clean high, and you don't like busy dials, so you wouldn't like. So anyways, this is the Crossroads. Now the question I have, you got to realize, friends, I'm 53 years old. And this watch, I mean, it's got a lot of wrist presence. It's huge. It's 49 millimeters. And really, it's not even the bezel that gives it its size. It's the thickness of the case. Can you see the thickness? The thickness of the case. Can you see the thickness there, Pedro?
Yes.
All right. And, you know, at what point, as a 53-year-old man, does a large watch become a compensation watch? You become like the old man in the discotheque, the nightclub, who's trying to hang out in your polyester suit with your toupee, and you're trying to get down with the 20-year-olds on the dance floor. At what point does this watch no longer represent confidence, size, and power, but become a pathetic old man clinging to an old life that he can no longer have? I don't know. I mean, I'm 53 years old. Am I going to rock this when I'm 60? Should I sell it in the next year? Pedro, any opinions?
You're as young as you feel.
You're as young, so you're going to help me out with a cliche? I thought you were my watch consultant. All right, let's put this watch away. Now, let's look at another large watch. This is even bigger, but it wears a little easier. It's a little lighter. Seiko SRP 655. This is just how I sit naturally. And it's right here. You know, I have mixed feelings about the bracelet. I like it, but I'm not sure it's the best complement for the black ceramic case. I almost want to put it back on the rubber. I don't find rubber particularly comfortable in general, even though the rubber that came with this was fine. Pedro, any opinions? Put it back on the black rubber or keep it on the bracelet?
I like black rubber. I have a, what is it called? The Nixon, I think it was called the Player.
The
it's
Player,
all rubber.
the Nixon Player.
Yeah, it's
so
all rubber.
You want this off the bracelet. You want this back on the rubber, as my watch consultant.
But it depends. I use that watch as a daily watch. I put it on, and I know it's not going to get scratched because of the rubber. So it's
something to think about. I don't know. I'm torn, man. I don't know if you know this, but being a watch obsessive, Pedro, is something you can't choose to be. It's a born affliction. It's a disease. And if you don't have it, I pray to God you never get it. People who look at my videos, they share my disease. Did you know that?
Yes,
it's disgusting. If we could all just press a button and kill it, we would press it. We talk about it. There's no cure for it. We all live in hell. We all live in a purgatory. It's disgusting. All right, let's pick this one up. I don't know if I want to bore them. Now here's a classic. I don't know. This I call this my poor man's Rolex Deep Sea Dweller. My Orient Saturation Diver. Now it's bold like the Benares Megalodon, and you know it's got some heft to it, as you can see. But I don't fear that 5 years from now I'll be the pathetic old man in the discotheque with my polyester suit. I feel like this has more classic, ongoing longevity. What do you think, Pedro?
I like
you
it.
agree with me?
I agree.
So should I sell the Megalodon?
I don't buy more. Don't sell.
Yeah, because I think Pedro knows I have a pathology. I sell and then I rebuy, and then you get killed doing that. You're burning your money. I may have to keep that Megalodon for at least a year. Now, my most notorious watch for buying and reselling, I don't even know if Pedro knows this. Once I tell him, he's probably going to leave. He's not going to be my friend anymore. It's not funny, Pedro. Don't laugh at me. You laugh at me behind my back?
No, I'm
this is the Seiko Sumo, which, believe it or not, Pedro is a bantamweight. He has 6-inch wrists. This 44 Seiko Sumo might even be too big for him. He may need to get a 42 millimeter Omega, but you heard him. He doesn't even want to pay service costs for an Omega, so maybe he's going to get either a Citizen or a Seiko. But this is the Sumo. Love it. Has one of the most unusual, unique, distinctive case designs in the history of watches. They're currently $400 from reputable sellers from Japan, which is a steal. I mean, I do have an end mill bracelet on it. I'm not a huge fan of the stock bracelet, though it's fine. I just, you know, I like to make the watch my own by putting a bracelet on. Now, I'm not going to waste your time, but we will have to put on a very unique watch, the Citizen ProMaster Sky. At only 44 millimeters, what's unique about the open bezel style is that it plays pretty big. Does it play big enough for a 44?
I think it's dead on.
Plays pretty big, and it's light, it's titanium. And so the question is, how much satisfaction am I getting from the collection? Is it enough that I don't need to sell all of it and buy an Omega, Planet Ocean? What would you do, Pedro? Would you sell the whole box, this giant box of anxiety, of rotation anxiety, and just get one Grail Planet Ocean that will require probably $600 service every 4 to 5 years, or just keep what I got?
I'd keep what you got.
The consultant has spoken, Pedro, though I don't think on the rate of, on the scale of being diseased by the watch affliction, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably closer to like a 6.
Yeah, I'm a 9 to a 10. I think a 10 would be, I would be willing to spend $5,000 on a watch and wouldn't give a damn about the $600 service charges. I think the practical side in me says, whoa, 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 put the brakes on, brother. And that's where I don't, that's where maybe I'm not a 10. I think a 10 says, I don't care, man, I got to wear that Omega. I got to wear that Breitling. You know what I mean? I might not be a 10 because of that. The international watch community watching this might see that in me and see that as a weakness. Say, he's not really one of us. No, kick him out, expel him. I don't know. All right, we're done. Can you shut it down, man? Do you know how to shut it down? All right, let's shut it down. He's just going to shut it down. This is how we sit naturally.